We begin with our ongoing series, Immigration Crisis, and documents leaked from the Department of Health and Human Services to Axios are telling the story tonight. In the first week of March, a daily average of 321 Central American unaccompanied migrant children detained at our southern border. 321 a day, a massive increase from 2 months before when the average was 47 in early January. The shelter system is already at 94% capacity, and this problem is only just beginning. This is Trump derangement immigration policy. The left and the media did such an effective job of portraying the last 4 years as pure evil that the Biden team has no choice but to do the exact opposite, even when the opposite is insanity. In this case, the opposite of Trump is an open border. A prime example, facilities once used under Trump to detain illegals are being transformed into rapid processing hubs with the goal of quickly screening illegals before releasing them right into the United States. This is what's happening at the border right now. It's unbelievable. It's astonishing how quickly this is turning into a full-blown disaster, and the administration still in denial.
It is still a difficult time. It's a difficult journey. We are not encouraging people to come, but we also believe differently from the past administration that we are not going to turn away kids who are under 18.
Well, then I hope you're ready for kids by the thousands then, because that's exactly what you're going to get over the next couple of months. Liberals once again failing to think logically, failing to live in the real world. This is a land rush. The coyotes are telling Central Americans that our government is about to give citizenship to all illegals currently living in the United States. That means you better get here fast. Illegals are showing up wearing T-shirts. You see it there, asking Biden to let them into the United States. This is how they're showing up. This is a coordinated effort. Earlier this week, we told you about that Ford SUV carrying 25 illegal immigrants in one SUV, 25 people. It crashed into a semi. 13 of them were killed. That group entered the United States through a hole in old pre-Trump border fencing, not the wall, a hole that was cut out by smugglers. Migrants are entering the United States posing as asylum seekers. We know that. They're given scripts by coyotes with exactly what they need to say so that they can get in. Hundreds that are COVID positive were released into Texas cities and towns from the people that are so worried about COVID. Countless examples of how illogical this policy is. But just like every other example of leftism, the people implementing it refuse to admit it is a disaster until it is way too late. It's going to happen again. The feel-good policies of the left end like this every single time. And again, it's all because the Biden immigration policy had to be the exact opposite of Trump's in every way. Here's Jen Psaki 2 weeks ago.
Well, we're not looking to former President Trump or any of his advisors as a model for how we're approaching immigration. In fact, we're in the circumstance we're in because not only was their approach inhumane, it was ineffective.
Ineffective. She's going to eat those words very soon. You can count on that. As for her boss, Mr. Biden not willing or maybe not allowed to talk about anything except maybe wearing a mask. Here he was earlier this week.
Did you receive a briefing about the border today?
Yes, I did.
What did you learn?
A lot.
I'll bet he learned a lot. He probably learned a lot about the impending disaster that he's creating right now. No question, this is panic mode inside the White House. They're asking, how do we fix what is obviously a disaster without implementing all of those common sense immigration policies that Trump used? Because we can't do that stuff, right? We called him a Nazi for doing all that stuff. So we can't do that. So how do we fix this without doing that? That's a heck of a tough question to answer. But I'm sure they're thinking, I wish we could use all that stuff that they had. I bet they're thinking remain in Mexico is a hell of a good idea right now. Boy, wouldn't that work well? The immigration topic is the talk of D.C. for very obvious reasons right now. Today, Senator Lindsey Graham went after the nominee to be number 2 at the Office of Management and Budget on immigration.
There's 1.5 million, over 1 million person backlog in the asylum system. Are you concerned that if we go back to the old policy of allowing people to be processed in the United States, released in the United States for a court date years in the future, most don't show up, that will entice more people to come here to seek asylum?
I think one of the unfortunate side effects of Remain in Mexico is you do take.
Do you support changing that policy, eliminating it?
Yeah, I do think we need to.
Towing the party line as expected, but the word is out on what's happening at the border, and it appears that that is why House Democrats had to delay this big vote on Biden's immigration bill, which of course is very, very leftist. They now don't think it's going to pass because all of us are watching what's happening at the border, and everybody, no matter what party you're in, realizes this is idiotic.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.